Okay, everybody, welcome to another episode of Dr. Fantastic Interviews. We've got Bruce Gold here, who I met recently at the Conscious Life Expo. What a fascinating show that was. Did you have a good time at the show?
Sure. Was that your first time at the show?
My first time at one of those shows, yeah.
Or
one of those type shows.
Dr. Fantastic?
Dr. Fantastic.
That's what used to saying.
Exactly. And we're going to do a double broadcast today. I'm launching right now our virtual reality live streaming on YouTube, which is a fun thing I've been doing lately. If I could figure out how to do that. So, Bruce, you are a spiritual healer, correct?
That's what I'm called. If I could fit spiritual conduit for healing on my card, I would. Or an instrument for healing, or an extraordinary helper. I prefer those, but this is what they seem to call people like myself who can transfer energies
right,
and make a difference that quickly.
Right.
So, I'm guilty as charged.
Guilty as charged. I'm trying to figure out here, this is all, I'm not a tech guru. Oh, here we go, live broadcast and YouTube. Oh, so now here we go. So, let me get it started here. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, to Dr. Fantastic Interviews. Bruce is going to share some really good insights into healing oneself, and it does come from within, I think. I've talked to a lot of people who've cured themselves of drug habits, of bad habits, and a lot of people are weak and they need someone to help them, but, I really truly believe it's helping yourself. So we're starting the live broadcast now. Hold on one second here, everybody. If you're on Sprecher, you can tune into Uplifting Interviews with Total Strangers, which is the show on YouTube. And let's see if we have a signal here. These technical things,
Can't do me.
You think I know what I was doing, But
I'm great at showing up for people. I'm not good, right brain, creative. I'm there.
Uh-huh.
I'm a performer. I'm a singer, songwriter, the whole number.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah.
My mother was a singer.
Oh, that's
sang for Buddy Rich, Jan Garber.
What's her name?
Well, she died when I was 11. Betty Bly was her name.
Betty Bly. Sounds familiar, actually.
Yeah. So I don't think we have a good internet here.
That's all right. Whatever works.
So we may not be doing it live. Here we are. We're live.
Memorex.
We're live.
Memorex.
Everybody, welcome to another episode of Uplifting Interviews with Total Strangers. Bruce isn't a total stranger. His name is Bruce Gold. He is a spiritual healer. I met him at the last Conscious Life Expo at LAX Elton, and it was a fascinating show. I wanted to interview everyone because everyone had a personality. They exude personalities. They had the robes. They had all the things going on. But so you've healed a few people since you've been doing this?
One or two.
One or two, that's good.
I don't know about healing them. I've helped them heal themselves. As you mentioned, that's important to share.
Yeah.
I'm great at being an extraordinary helper.
Okay. Guiding people to the right principles. I think there's too much negativity out there. I tell people it's a cancer, negativity. Thinking negative, having negative friends, weed them both out of your life because it will stunt your growth. It'll stunt your health. It's really bad. Right?
That's an understatement.
That's an understatement. Well, the Be Fantastic movement is, have you tried it yet? Say, I am fantastic.
You are fantastic.
No, I'm fantastic.
See, I'm not good at taking...
Say, I'm fantastic.
I'm fantastic.
Typically, I say a lot of times, say, I'm fantastic right now. You know what they say? I'm fantastic right now. They actually used to say it like that. So do you notice the difference when you say I'm fantastic?
Not really.
Say it again.
I already feel that way, so...
Oh, you already feel fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, typically, a lot of people aren't like you, fantastic.
True.
And when they first say it, their head explodes with the endorphins that are being released.
May I share with you?
Sure.
Dr. Fantastic.
Yes.
The endorphins that rush through a word are amazing, that to create the image of what it means to them in their life. So those things can happen on a quick win, but to keep them, there's the rub. To keep them, it takes practice. Like anything else that we ever have done, words have lots of power and different meanings to each person, and semantics and all those things play a part. But when you use words like fantastic and uplifted and peaceful and calm and resilient, these are words that have depth, they have meaning, and they have a history to each person. That's how much.
Well, agreed. Have you read the book, The Four Agreements?
I'm familiar with it. I've
Yeah.
really not read it.
The first one is be impeccable with your word, and not just keeping your word, but your words matter. What you say that matters. I'm to the theory that in the not too distant future, humans won't use speech anymore because it's archaic. I have a thought in my mind right now, and I want to express it to you. If I don't have the education or the right intonation or the right words, I can't express it to you. So in the future, it'll be telepathy. Are you married?
No, but I'm not.
You know what I'm talking about.
I'm not that kind of guy. I just want to make it clear.
No, you can look at someone's eyes and see.
Because I can read thoughts too, Dr. Fantastic.
There you go.
And I want to,
So you probably agree with me that telepathy is a viable way of communicating. Dogs do it, and they look at you. My dog looks at me, and I know he just tore up the trash. He's guilty. He's looking at me guilty, and I know he knows he's in trouble, and he's telling me through his eyes that he's in trouble. So what I'm saying is, I think words are an archaic form of communication.
Good words, chosen words that have something to them, I'm in agreement with. Too much fluff in words, it's just fluff. And they are words that don't have any kind of care to them.
Okay.
And so I can agree with you to a degree. I do study a lot of things, and mostly it's people, and watching their behaviors and attitudes and how they'll hide behind a lot of smiles and things like that, when I know, because I have that kind of intuition that sees differently.
Do you believe that smiling is the best thing, or one of the best things you can do for your health and happiness?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, I'm not a doctor like you, and
I'm just
I
a
don't
self-professed
claim
doctor
to be. I want that
No,
understood.
this is a moniker. I am not. So to people listening, I am not a real doctor. I am a self-professed doctor because I gave you the prescription for a happier and healthier life, and the prescription is to say the word fantastic, which forces you to smile. And Bruce, every day, your entire life, you've been asked by somebody, "How are you?" And every day for the rest of your life, you'll be asked that question, "How are you?" And everyone around the world is asked that question every single day. My mission is to get people not to say good, okay, well, fine, all right, so, can't complain, not bad, or even great, awesome, wonderful, blessed. None of those answers put a smile on your face. Fantastic forces you to smile, which releases the endorphins, as we talked about earlier. But it also is a giving thing, because when you say the word fantastic, somebody else smiles. It makes you, when you hear that word, it makes you smile. When you say it, it forces you to smile, and people aren't smiling enough, and they're not kind enough, they're not compassionate or generous.
That right.
And I'm trying to bring the little town mentality. I don't know if you've ever been to a small town or you're from one. There's a mentality in a small town that's totally different. It's black and white from the big city. Here, it breeds a greedy, selfish, litigious society. Everyone's out for themselves. They can't wait to get in front of you. They'll cut you off to spite you. They don't care about you because they don't know you. In a small town, they know you, so they're friendlier. We can do that just by being friendly and kind and considerate. That's my mission. And it's a simple one. It's not, anything elaborate. It's just say you're fantastic. Smile. Be positive. That's my mission. But we're not here to talk about it. Sorry, everybody, you already heard this from me. We're here to hear about Bruce's mission to help people on the right path to self-discovery, I guess? Or what would you say?
More about being able to realize individuals' dreams while they're here to still do it. We have the impetus to go after certain things in our lives, and that's for a reason, because that's our God-given talents. We all have the ability, now this is something that I think is seriously misunderstood. We all have the ability to aid another, i.e. aid in healing another. However, when it's said that we're all healers, not to the same degree, because it's all about degree, practice, experience, things of that nature. And not to put people down and say, oh, you're not. I've had people say to me when they find out what I do, or what I share with them what I do what you do. And I said, no, you don't. No disrespect, but you don't do what I do, and I certainly don't do what you do. And you could have no understanding or no way to know of all of the individuals that I've aided through the years and how I've aided them. You know, it makes me feel like sometimes to say and I never do, but inside me, you know how we have these little our own little voices that say, God, I'd love to say this, but it's going to piss too many people off. But I'm happy to share it. If anybody wants to do a heel off with me, come on.
Bring it on.
Seriously, because I will show up and I will do what another can't, not because they're not good enough and not because they don't have a good heart, but because they have not walked in my shoes.
Right.
And I haven't walked in theirs. But I know what I'm capable of. I would never have my name on a card that said I could do this unless I couldn't prove it on the spot.
Yeah, I've been a very positive person. I call myself the professor of positivity. I'm probably one of the most positive persons on the planet. And I don't know where it came from, to be honest with you. I mean, I didn't have a good childhood. And I've had a difficult, upbringing. But I just believe that, maybe it's because I suffer from CRS. That might be the reason. You know what CRS is, right? Can't remember shit.
Oh, can't remember shit. Okay, but there's also like something that I believe that I've got. Maybe you do too, and that's maybe PS, Pollyanna syndrome, because I always wanted to see the best in everything.
Okay.
And Pollyanna, I don't know if you know the character Pollyanna, but it was a character in books and in movies. Haley Mills, by the way, played her. If you remember Haley Mills,
yeah. Of course.
Darn Cat, and all those great movies. And she was this little girl who could only see the best, like little Lord Fauntleroy or Pollyanna, to want to see the very best, not focus on the negativity.
Right.
But not disregard the negativity. A lot of people, Dr. Fantastic, will say, oh, I'm such a positive person. I can't listen to the negative things. No, you need to.
Oh, yeah.
You need to know and be aware of what is going on around you. Otherwise, it will come down on you like a avalanche.
Correct. Yeah. I don't like yes men. I want people to tell me what I'm doing wrong. I mean, my logo seems to be quite popular. Did you see the logo, the little bee? Yeah. Bee is pollinating positivity.
Honey and
pollinating positivity.
But the honey aspect is great too.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can't live without the bees, I'm told. Humans couldn't. I mean,
but honey is one of those things that I do prescribe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because,
well, tell me about honey.
Well, honey to me is first of all, it's a food as opposed to a sugary whatever. And it comes from the plant base, from the bees, pollinated, especially, and it is very healing. Many honeys are extremely healing, especially the desert honeys. Not so much clover honey. I don't know why. We do more research on it.
I'm going to go out and buy some honey.
But whenever I get a cold, or whenever somebody gets a cold who I know shared with me that they have a throat problem or sinuses or whatever, I always recommend, and I've done this for myself prior to knowing about this awakening, that hot water, lemon, and honey is one of my favorite cure-alls. And it really, if you douse it, now I've added recently oregano oil.
Oh, okay.
Oregano oil kills everything in there. You have to be able to tolerate it. So my recommendation is, if you are going to use oregano oil, that you do it in maybe a glass of water, about 8 ounces, and then you kind of do trial and error with it. You with 1 droplet, see how you tolerate it. 2 droplets, if you tolerate that, go to the 3rd, depending upon how bad your throat is.
Have you studied the Chinese herbs and medicines and things?
Kind of, sort of.
They've been around for thousands of years.
I mean, I believe in them. I believe what they can do.
Supposedly, a lot of them help repair the telomeres. You know about your telomeres, right?
No. Please explain.
Well, that's what I'm really very proud of my Dr. Fantastic interviews, is we come out with information that most people have no clue on. And a telomere, the guys who discovered it, it's how we age. and you can reverse aging by keeping your telomeres healthy. And these guys won the Nobel Prize for this. So you can imagine they're right, I guess. You wouldn't win the Nobel Prize. Basically, it's like a shoelace. And as we don't treat our body and our mind properly, it unravels. And in time, it unravels more and more. And by the end of life, it's fully unraveled. It's a part of our DNA. And to keep a healthy telomere, you have to eat properly. You got to try to keep an alkaline state of existence, which is how we were born and how we're supposed to be functioning. Proper thoughts, positive thinking, resting your mind, and exercise. And all those things, if you do it properly, and they actually add some ancient herbs from the Chinese, you'll reverse aging. You won't age. You'll keep your telomeres from unraveling. And they won the Nobel Peace Prize for that. So these are the things that we reveal. Because I love my uplifting interviews with total strangers because I talk to a lot of strangers. I love strangers. I love teaching them about positive thinking. But Dr. Fantastic Interviews is really where it's at. I've got over 100 interviews from healers, psychics, doctors, scientists. Really good information to improve your mind, your body, or the planet. And that's why I want to talk to you maybe another time about the podcast.
Sure.
How to improve your mind. It's all about improving. But we'll touch on it today. We have a shortened schedule here today, but I hope you guys are enjoying this great view. My little side office, it's not too bad. It's good for.
It's all a backdrop. We're really not here at the marina. It's just a backdrop.
Exactly. This is green screen.
Exactly. We're on a set.
Gosh, Bruce.
I'm sorry.
You weren't supposed to give that away.
I don't want to blow your cover here, but
But it's interesting. Everyone watching, they can spin. If you're watching this, please take your finger and spin the camera. Because there's a big boat over there. There's little boats. There's big boats. There's all kind of. Earlier, some paddle boarders went by. This is a nice place to have chats.
I think that thing's called the Fantasy.
Fantasy One. That's the big one.
I was on that at a few singles events years ago.
Okay.
Not for a while.
Yeah, they have.
It was fun. It was a fun deal.
The water's fun.
Well, the marina's great. This is. Let's just talk for the moment. This is extremely a healing location. If you look at it and you look at all of the things, the ingredients that it makes up, if you take them away, you're not going to have the same healing feeling. So the picture of it is something that I'm just going to give this advice from my heart to people who are viewing this, that let yourselves, when you're not feeling of yourself and you need that rebalancing, just look around you, see what you view, and take in and see what it means to you, like a game. And play that game constantly when you need to go back to it, because it's simple. It is so easy at any given time wherever you are.
Well, if you watch any of my interviews, one of the same things I say, and I didn't reinvent the wheel, I'm just letting it roll faster, stop and smell the roses. That's a great statement. I literally will stop and smell a rosebush every time I see one. I was driving the coast.
I'm allergic, so
You see a view like this.
What you're doing, you're creating a non-healing effect here, Dr. Fantastic.
You pull over when you see a view like this and stop for half a minute and take it in. That's people are rushing. I don't know. Hopefully, you don't do this when you're driving in town, but people rush to red lights. They accelerate to the red light.
Well, I've actually asked people when I've gotten up to them. I said, "You won. What did you win?" I said,
"I'll give you $1 million if you get there. If you can prove how you get there sooner."
Hear what was the responses, and this isn't just once.
Okay.
Because I'm curious.
Yeah.
What is it they're gaining?
Right.
By slamming on their brakes, and the person, each person, they didn't know each other. They didn't know they were doing it.
Subconscious.
Yes,
subconscious.
Mostly things are subconscious.
I was driving with a guy telling this exact story, and as we're driving down Santa Monica Boulevard,
it was Santa Monica Boulevard, by the way.
Is that right? There was 30 cars in a line at the red light. This guy drove on my side of the road and passed all 30 and cut in front of me. Risked his life, saved a minute and a half. Most time it's just a few seconds when you roar around somebody because you can't stand that there's 50 feet in front. It drives my wife crazy. Glide to red lights, and you're going to gently push your brakes on, and you didn't get there any quicker. You're not getting to your destination any quicker. And it's an analogy I tell people: don't rush to retirement. Enjoy the day. Stop and smell the roses. Everyone's rushing through life. They're not enjoying the day.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you just bring up a good point. You could be in a supermarket, and you could be on one side of the aisle, and you're kind of like, ruminating, saying, oh, well, I didn't get this, and your wife walks in, she goes on the other side, she's in a rush, you don't even know. You're texting each other, oh, what are you doing? I'm just getting some stuff. Oh, I'm getting some stuff too. You don't even know you're within that close to each other, because people do not stop and smell the roses. People are in such a rush. Where are they rushing to? If you ask them, they wouldn't have a clue.
No. They're rushing to retirement, they're rushing through life, and they're not enjoying it. So I tell people, slow down, because there's many philosophers that have said, enjoy every day as though it's your last.
I don't like that.
Because one day it will be your last, but it really will be. You know what I mean? This guy was jogging a month ago on PCH. You probably saw the news, your local guy. He's jogging along PCH, minding his own damn business, having fun, hopefully. A boulder rolls him over. A boulder rolled down the road and killed him.
Okay.
That was his last day. And so I tell people, tell everyone who you love them every day. Every day counts.
You're not guaranteed a thing, Doctor.
Not guaranteed. Not
You're
guaranteed.
Guaranteed this moment, and that's
this is our moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Planes crash out of the sky on you. Anyway, Bruce, I want to thank you for showing up and having a little chat.
That's what I do. I show up.
He shows up. And everybody, Bruce Gold is bgspiritualhealing.com.
bgspiritualhealer.com.
I'm sorry, bgspiritualhealer.com. And everybody, if you like what you're seeing, share, like, subscribe. But most importantly, be fantastic every day.
And I just want to say this, if I could.
Sure.
Thank you, Dr. Fantastic, for taking your time, your energy, your resources to bring this light forward. Yeah, I appreciate that. So when I opened up, this came very, very quickly, everybody. This was an email this morning that I opened up, but it spoke my words. It spoke the words that I like from people. And so I followed it up with a phone call, and guess what?
You're here.
The man answered the phone. And that's
old school. I'm old school.
It's part of the succession of events that are important to watch, as these connective points are real. And they're sharing with you these Reese's Pieces on the way back to the spaceship.
Well, I'm trying to create a community of like-minded, positive people that can share with the people that are struggling. There's a lot of people struggling. I should have struggled. I didn't. I hitchhiked around the world for my education at 17. Mm-hmm. That was where I went to the school Hard Knocks. A pretty tough school, but I graduated summa cum laude, whatever the hell that means. I have so much fun in life. It drives my wife crazy. Everyone, be fantastic. Thank you, Bruce. And everybody, wait to see the app that we're going to be having. We're going to have people like Bruce's services, all kind of healers and hypnotherapists, everybody that will help you improve your life, your mind, your body, and the planet. Everybody, be fantastic. Thanks for watching.
Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Happy Wednesday. Okay, that was 20 minutes there, and